morning, everybody. It's your girl Miracle Sims, and you're listening to God, Sex, and Love. Your daily dose of inspiration and juice. It is August the 20th, 2021, and today the topic is free your mind. First, I want to say thank you to the fellas of Big Talk, Big Game. I truly enjoyed chit chatting with you all last night. If you all did not catch it, then you can check out my playlist on the actress Miracle Sims YouTube. There's a playlist that is called Interviews, so you guys can see um, just about all the interviews that I've done in that playlist. And so, Big Talk, Big Game, their interview is in there as well, so you guys can check that out. Link should still be on my Facebook pages and whatnot as well. Man, there's one thing I keep thinking about, so I'm gonna go ahead and just address it. Um, I know at one point they asked me about what episode of GSL did I suggest people watch, and I named a couple, but there's one I should have said, and that is the chat with Allie. I think it's important for people to see her testimony, to see and hear what she has to say as a human trafficking survivor. I referred to her other episode, the one that she shared about the porn industry, but I think perhaps watching the first one that I did with her, it's called A Chat with Allie. That one might be a little bit more beneficial, at least to watch and get to know her and get to know like some of the things she has, revealed and whatnot in general. And then if you're ready to go deeper, then probably look into the one about the porn industry. Um, but unfortunately, in that moment, I didn't think of that. So now I keep thinking back on it, like, man, I should have just said the other one. But these things happen. But hey, if someone is listening to me that watched that show last night and you're listening to me now, then yes, I think that that's one of the episodes that you all should definitely check out that God, Sex, and Love has done. I mean, we've done so many about so many different topics now, but I think in this season of revelation, that one's probably one of the good ones to at least get your mind prepped for whatever is to come. Let's just keep in prayer our sisters and brothers in Afghanistan. Like, I'm just still seeing so much stuff. I'm seeing stuff about Christians that are being persecuted. I'm seeing just so much, y'all. So let's just keep our sisters and brothers in prayer. Um, I honestly, like, when you see the faith of those individuals, like when you hear about that they're already just kind of prepping in their minds to just be ready to see the Lord because of everything that's going on over there. I mean, for me, it just kind of shows me that, well, one, how spoiled we are as Americans, and Christian Americans in particular. Um, and, how some of us aren't really even, like, we don't know persecution, honestly. Like, I mean, yeah, okay, we might be experiencing some things, like, maybe some of our businesses are being attacked or something like that. But I mean, when your life is on the line, you know what I mean? That's a whole nother level. And I mean, I don't know, I don't know if we all need to be mentally preparing for such to happen even here or not. I have no clue. But I don't know, y'all. Like I said, it's just something to think about today. If you're in a place where, you can practice your faith freely and all that stuff, then I mean, you're in a blessed situation, and we shouldn't take that lightly. We should not take that lightly at all. So that's something that was on my heart and mind this morning. Yeah, as for yesterday, I think I just pretty much tried to just get rest and then just prepare for my interview that I had last night again with Big Talk, Big Game. Um, yeah, I think that's all I pretty much did, outside of my normal stuff. This morning, I just kind of took a lot more time to kind of just wake up and, I guess inform myself of some things that was going on, and I guess whatever was going on while I was asleep. Allie did go live last night as well. I didn't watch the whole thing, to be honest, because I was getting interviewed around the time that she was going live. but I did share it on all our pages. And so for those of you all that aren't familiar with Allie and her story, and her testimony and everything that she's sharing, I would hope that you guys at least, listen to some of the things she's saying, look it up, and see, what the Lord shares with you, about all those things. I know I refer to it all the time. That's part of what I mean when I say I went down the rabbit hole and that I took the red pill. Because yeah, I will say for me, 2020, I felt like I would seek truth, but I guess during that time, trying to seek some understanding, and I gravitated towards individuals uh, that I believed, you know, didn't have a problem with speaking truth. And one of those individuals that I gravitated to in 2020 was Miss Angela Stanton King, because I just felt like she just was such a breath of fresh air to speak truth without apology, like without, I mean, just it says like the truth will set us free, right? And I, it was like one of the few times on a major media platform. I'm sure those of y'all, if you know her name at all, then you're probably familiar with her interview that she did with the Breakfast Club, and that's how I got introduced to her. And for me, it was a breath of fresh air to hear someone on a major media platform speak truth, and ultimately following her afterwards is what led me to Allie, and then now Lynn Wood, and then all these different other truth tellers in this season. And again, I'm grateful to be someone that is at least aware of some of this stuff that's going on, because obviously before then, again, just making observations of how things were going, and not fully understanding what's going on, and everything like that. It definitely helps me understand some things a little bit better to be getting this additional information, when in this time and season things are being so suppressed. And so I guess let's just say suppressed. Let's just stay there. So, again, I hope that, if nothing else, I can encourage you all to at least look into some of these things, pray about these things, and, get your hearts and minds ready for these things, because it just don't look good. It just do not look good. But hey, speaking of the topic, free your mind. Yes, I have free your mind with a question mark. Because as I was doing my little Bible study situation this morning, like looking up verses and whatnot, the more I don't know if maybe God was like uh, pointing out to me that once again, the popular thing is against what the word says. I'm sure if you guys, when you saw the phrase "free your mind," or when you hear the phrase "free your mind," you probably think of that song, "Free your mind and the rest will follow." I don't know who sings it, but and that's probably one of the main things that come to your mind when you hear that, right? And it sounds good, right? It sounds like catchy. It's like, all right, cool, yeah, free my mind. I want to free my mind. But let's see what the words say. Okay. 2 Corinthians 10:5 says, "We destroy arguments and every lofty opinion raised against the knowledge of God, and take every thought captive to obey Christ." I'm going to say that last part again. It says, "And take every thought captive to obey Christ." To me, that sounds the complete opposite of freeing your mind. At least to me today. Again, it's saying to take every thought captive. And so, it's just one of those things to think about on today, for me, that we just got to be careful. Like, I feel like we just got to really, really be careful about like what we, because people will take that whole phrase, "free your mind," right? They'll take that whole phrase and make it their life. They'll make it their. I guess their life is the best example I can give at this morning. 5 something in the morning. I can't think of no other way to say it. But rather than taking what every thought captive, that the way the Bible says that we should do. Um, I don't know. I just found that to be very interesting this morning when I came across it, and I just was like, all right, Lord, I see. I see. Now, Romans 12:2 says, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect. I mean, we've heard this verse before. I mean, this isn't anything new, especially to somebody that's read the Bible and whatnot. We're not supposed to be conformed by this world. But are we not? We are, right? In every aspect, we are conformed by this world. We go and let the things that the issues of this life and all these different things, we let again those things control us, when we should be taking captive every thought to do what? Obey Christ. So again, one of those things to think about. Again, something interesting that just got brought across my heart and mind this morning. Now check this out. Colossians 3:2 says, set your minds on things that are above, not on things that are on earth. I mean, it sounds like another way to say what I just said a minute ago with Romans 12:2. At the end of the day, that's why I mean, even though I pray for my brothers and sisters over there in Afghanistan, at the same time, seeing where their hearts and minds are, seeing that they are ready to meet the Lord and everything like that is a bit. I mean, it's definitely one of those things that is like, wow, it's an amazing point of view to have on the terrible things that are going on over there. And again, I just feel like, I mean, hey, for me, I guess it makes me ask the question, like, well, Miracle, if you're in that type of situation, are you going to have that same mind, or are you going to be concerned about your life here on earth, or whatever the case is? And that, I mean, I'm sure that is I can't imagine, right? I can't imagine. But I commend those that are strong. I commend and admire the faith of those individuals. And I pray that if ever that time comes for me, I pray that I have the same faith, if not more. I pray that I have the same boldness, if not more, and as the Word of God tells us to do. So, man, I hope that you guys let that marinate on your heart, souls, and minds today. There's several verses in the Go Deeper section about all of this that we can just, or you can just take some time and just, again, let marinate on your heart, souls, and minds this morning. I mean, I don't know if it's Pope or whatnot, but hey, y'all, that's the juice. That's the juice right there. Now, the Bible verse of today is Isaiah 26:4. It says, trust ye in the Lord forever, for in the Lord Jehovah is everlasting strength. Friends, I hope you all enjoyed that juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love. Your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow if the Lord's will. Now, y'all know that today is Friday. That means that a new episode of God, Sex, and Love, the talk show, will be going live tonight at 7 p.m. on our YouTube and Facebook. Yes, on the God, Sex, and Love YouTube and Facebook. It's going to be a chat with Sister Ashley. She is the host of the Black Sheep Christian podcast. So I hope you guys check that out tonight if the Lord's will. And I thank you so, so much for listening. I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow if the Lord's will. Bye-bye. And yes, Facebook, YouTube, like I said, I know some of that stuff is heavy and deep and whatnot, but I hope that you guys are encouraged and inspired to take every thought captive this morning. Yes, the opposite, in my opinion, of freeing your mind and just let it go and be wavering and all that type of stuff, and let it just go over here and go over there and be with this movement and be with this mindset, and let your mind be all willy-nilly. The word says take your every thought captive. And so I hope that again, hearing that this morning encourages you, inspires you to do so, to lean on God and to do His will and whatnot. So, um, yeah, man, that's what's going on with that. I'm excited because I think I'm gonna finally get something else that I've been really want to do over the past few years. I think I'm gonna finally start working on it. So so that's one thing I'm looking forward to. And y'all just pray. I mean, I don't know. I've reached out to Sammy, and I'm still in communication with our Saul. So it seems like things are okay for them. I know they're in Pakistan, and I know that's not far from Afghanistan. So I hit up Sammy to see if he's okay, him and his family. But it seems like things must be well because they still seem to be business as usual. But let's just keep them in prayer, as well as my homegirl in Kenya, Elizabeth. I know she's had some things in her family going on, so let's just keep her in prayer. And obviously, I mean, she's familiar with some of the human trafficking issues and whatnot as well that happens over there. So again, let's just keep all of these individuals in prayer. These are, people that I have, I guess, contact with, but obviously, there's a lot of people that are going through so much. I know we are, as Americans, we're going through, some things as well. Um, so I mean, hey, pray for ourselves as well. Let's trust God and what He's doing and His plan for everything. Um, but yeah, that's what's going on, y'all. That's what's going on, and I guess that's what's on my heart and mind this morning. So, for those of you that listen and watch, thank you so much for listening and watching. For those of you all that support, I really truly appreciate that as well. Um, and we're gonna just see. We're gonna see what the Lord do. I'm not gonna worry or anything like that. I'm just gonna, pray all of our strength in the Lord, right? And according to the Bible verse of the day, what does it say? It say, trust ye in the Lord forever, for in the Lord Jehovah is everlasting strength. So He got the strength, y'all. So let's trust Him. Let's just trust Him. All right, y'all. I won't be long your time. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Looking forward to talking to y'all tomorrow if the Lord's will. Bye.